Hello, welcome. My name is Kate. I'm an instructor, and I was one of the instructors for this class. Thank you so much for joining our celebration today, both in person and virtually. We are live streaming from Guide Dogs for the Blind's California campus, and I'm particularly excited to welcome the board of directors today. Thank you all so much for all the hard work that you guys do. Woo! Whether you are enjoying this celebration in person or virtually via the live stream, whether it's your first, second, or 30th graduation, welcome. We are so glad you guys are all here. Last year was our 80th anniversary, and we have so much to celebrate. We are here to celebrate the new breeder dogs and their custodians, and the new guide dog teams, as well as applaud the generosity of all of those who have helped make today happen, which is a lot of people. Our puppy raisers, thank you guys so much for helping us prepare these special dogs for their roles. We literally could not fulfill our mission without you. You put your heart and soul into each dog, and it really shows. We look forward to hearing from some of you today. Woo! Our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, so we are very thankful for your support. Yeah. Especially the estate of Milo and Marion Charleston of Edmonds, Washington, for their guide dog team sponsorship of each member of Class 974. Yeah. And Lillian Tremoroli for her generous sponsorship of harnesses throughout 2023. Also, our volunteers and employees, thank you all so much for what you do to support our mission. Whether you help by working with our dogs, in administration, or directly with our clients, we are so grateful for all that you do. Yeah. So we want to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features ensure that everyone can access and enjoy the video.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people, too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with puppies.
Who socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
And giving them love and guidance.
In the park.
To help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And, when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world when they're at home.
Relaxing by a fireplace.
Hiking.
On a forest trail.
Visiting friends.
At a picnic table.
Catching a plane.
Navigating baggage claim.
Heading downtown.
In a city crosswalk.
Across town.
Along a riverfront.
Taking public transportation.
At a train station.
Or heading to work.
Riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handlers safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed.
Another kisses her dog's head.
The places they go.
A group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
The dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care.
Playing in a yard.
The friendship.
A woman pets a dog.
The lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
Clients walk with dogs.
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
All right. So before we introduce the teams, I'd like to introduce the instructional team for this class as well. So first we have our wonderful supervisor, Emily Courage. Woo. We have one of our amazing RAs, Marissa Garcia, and her guide dog, Jim. And GDMI Priscilla Blanco, she's the other instructor for this class. And I'm gonna pass the mic over to Priscilla.
Thank you, Kate. All right, so first I would like to introduce one of our new breeder dogs. So if you would like to come up to the stage, Kip, a male yellow golden retriever cross, raised by Linda Knutson of Deming, Washington, breeder custodian, Morgan Karate. Go ahead and take center stage. Excuse me? You can come take center stage. Would you like to say some words?
Sure.
All right.
Well, hi, I'm Linda, and this is Morgan Karate, who is now the breeder keeper. She's so lucky to have this boy. Anyway, an adorable little fur ball by the name of Kip. Okay, thank you very much. By the name of Kip, arrived in Washington April 2021. Soft and fluffy and so sweet, it was instant love on my part. Until Kip came along, I was a dyed-in-the-wool female pup raiser, labs only. But when it was time to get a new pup, I talked to my CFR and was told only fluffies were available. And I thought about that and I said, okay, I'll take a fluffy. And she said, only male fluffies are available. And I said, no, thank you. Hung up, called back in 5 minutes and said, I'll take him. And that was the best decision I have ever made. He is such a lovely, lovely dog. Anyway, originally, let's see, I'm sorry here. We've had many adventures together and with other leaders in my club and their guide dog pups. We come to fun days in Oregon and California. Come here, over here, come on. And he winters in Arizona. And during the summer, we go to fun plays in Leavenworth, and we've been everywhere. He swam in the Wenatchee River, swam in Puget Sound. He's a very busy little boy. Now Kip has a new family, and they love him, and I can see he absolutely loves them. So I'm so happy for that. Morgan is a great breeder keeper. Kip just sired his first litter. It just was born a week and a half ago. Yay! And I have applied for one of these puppies that are ready to go out in April. So hopefully I'll be able to get one. Anyway, but I want to thank my club for their support, my leader friends for their support, and Morgan for taking such good care of this beautiful dog. Thank you.
Linda, I just want to say how incredibly generous you have been and how incredibly grateful I am for raising such an incredible dog. We are completely spoiled. Yes, we're spoiled by you, even though you're crazy. And so I'm truly, truly honored and could not be more grateful to be part of this. So thank you very much.
You're wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to announce the members of graduating class 974. So first, thank you. So first up, we have Lori Neeson of Walla Walla, Washington, who received Lennon, a male yellow Labrador Retriever. Lennon was raised by Chris and Karen Ishawaka of Westlake Village, California. Lori lives with her husband Link, and she works at Whitman College supporting the vibrant and energetic student government. In her free time, she ventures out on long, brisk walks, enjoys the countryside on tandem bicycle with her husband. She also plays cribbage and enjoys being a tourist in her own town. So Lennon has an active lifestyle in his future. So please come on up, Lennon and Lori.
Lennon, sit. Boy. Good afternoon. Lennon, sit. Good boy, good boy. Before I start my long list of thank yous, I first want to say congratulations to my classmates. You are awesome. I couldn't have hoped for a better sisterhood experience with Danielle, Pam, and Sassy. You guys rocked it, and job well done. First off, I would like to thank Guide Dogs for the Blind for just being such a wonderful, thoughtful organization. I started my journey with vision loss in my adult life, and it's been gradual. And when it came a time that I couldn't cling on to my fearless independence and my own methods, Guide Dogs for the Blind was there to offer me orientation and mobility training, i.e. cane training, to help me continue my active lifestyle with a cane. And then prepare me eventually now for this day and my new life journey with Lennon, who is a rock star guide dog. He's a gentle giant. And, oops, Lennon, can you sit? He's also very social. The guide dog team here, I can't begin to list everything they have done, but I'll try to sum it up. The staff, which is everything from our RAs to the cooking staff, the cleaning staff, the training staff, the vet staff, the administration, the grounds crew, literally everyone here. They might have a job title like that, but truly the mission here of transforming lives is in their blood. So it doesn't matter what their title is. If they see or think you could use something that would make your day easier to help you focus on being a successful guide dog handler, they do it. They're there. It might be nighttime NyQuil runs. It might with the thoughtfulness of, Aloha Kleenex with it. So I can't begin to say enough about the staff and how focused they are on our success when we leave here. Next off, I'd like to thank my puppy raisers, Chris and Kim, for preparing Lennon to even begin to master the skill of being a guide dog. Clearly, he was in a good home who taught him manners, taught him to obey, but also taught him to let his goofiness not get crushed or not get hidden. So he still gets to show that. He is so loving and so attentive, and that only comes from being in a house that's got a lot of love. So thank you. And thank you for giving him back. I don't know how you did it. Another thing, just for everyone, Chris and Kim somehow encouraged or somehow helped Lennon discover his gymnastics talents, which involves the perfect somersault. So if there are dog Olympics, you will be seeing this boy out there. Next, I'd like to thank my trainer, Priscilla, who is top-notch star trainer. She knew how to keep Lennon motivated, knew how to keep me focused, knew when to give me kibbles, and knew when to give me a leash correction. And we got there. And I know that she's going to be there for me once I get home. I can call her, I can email her, and I'm just never going to be without your support. Thank you. And her many other titles include Sherpa, photographer, everything. We really had a lot of great walks together, and I really enjoyed our time at the Pink Owl, too. So thank you very much. Another quick note on my classmates, my training partner. So we were in sets of two. So Sassy and I were with Priscilla. I really want to thank you, Sassy, for your just sharing of knowledge. Sassy is on her 5th guide dog, and so the biggest takeaway I know that you've helped me with is there is nothing I can't do with Lennon. Nothing. There's no mountaintop. There's no anything. And so, sister, when you get a postcard from Scotland with me and Lennon, it's all because of you, okay? Thank you. Pam, I want to thank you for our first Viant van ride here 2 weeks ago. You and I were picked up at the airport, and just in that short 1-hour ride, sharing each other's fears and like, oh my gosh, are we up for this? Can we do this? And thank you for opening up and being vulnerable, because it just started my week off knowing that I was surrounded by people, I guess, again, who cared, and that just that openness really made a difference. And Danielle, thank you for all your piano playing and your inspiration with college stories. I enjoyed talking to you about that a lot. And I know you and Vanna are also going to be out there making postcards. Well, and now I have to thank Lennon. Lennon is my gentle giant. Time we kind of got in that perfect pace. So keep in mind, I used to be a distance runner. So there is the perfect, when you hit it, it's like, oh, I could do this one forever. And when we would hit that, I would just tell him he's a rock star. And it's become the autopilot button. As soon as we hit it, I call him a rock star, and he goes, okay, I'm dialing it in. And, it's going to be endless. And my husband, I'm just going to say we're going for a one-way walk, and I'll call him wherever Lennon and I end up. Okay. He's getting shy now. Okay, Lennon. Almost done. And speaking of my husband, I do have to thank my husband, Link. He is my biggest cheerleader in the world, and has encouraged me in everything I do in my life, has encouraged me and put up with my fearless independence, letting me make my own bad decisions sometimes. And so Thank you, Link, and I can't wait to get home and for you to meet Lennon. You're going to love him. And then I would like to take one last moment to thank the Charleston Family Trust for this wonderful sponsorship. And you've made a world of difference. That's all I can say. You've made a world of difference in 4 lives here today with your generous donation of sponsoring our class. And I'm extra super proud that you're from my home state of Washington. So thank you very much. So here we go, Lennon. It's you and me, buddy. Thank you.
So Lennon was born in Florida as part of the Southeastern Guide Dogs organization. And we were fortunate enough to get tipped off that a local news station had been following his litter's growth for the first 8 weeks. So we were able to watch from birth until 8 weeks old. And Lennon had a distinctive royal blue collar on, so we always knew when it was him. And at about 6 weeks, the 6-week show, all 8 puppies were in the playroom, and the director was explaining about socialization of the puppies with humans, with other puppies, with stairs and everything. And across comes Lennon. We were all excited. Right in front of the camera and in front of the director, squats down and takes a big poop. Stands up, walks away with his tail wagging. And so we know what she was thinking. She was thinking, Lennon, you just bought yourself a one-way ticket to California. And so we were fortunate enough to get him. Our whole club helped raise him. He stayed with every leader, with just about every member in the club, and he left his mark everywhere. And literally. Yeah, literally. And the club wanted to make sure that he always knew we were all with him, and donated his harness. So we will always be there supporting him. Lennon is a very loving and enthusiastic puppy. Whether it's doing somersaults and ending up on his back so that he can have his belly rubbed, or if we were out walking our pet dog and one of us were home, he might literally fall asleep on the stairs while sitting, waiting for our pet dog to come back. But most of all, Lennon has a beautiful soul. And as hard as it is to say goodbye, especially a second time, we wouldn't trade our 12 months with you for anything. It was fantastic for us, made us better people, and we're grateful. And it was great meeting Lori. I feel like an in-law already. And we love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations again, Lori and Lennon. Next, I would love to present Sarah Ruth Sassy, Outwater Right of Berkeley, California, who's receiving Trident, a male black Labrador retriever. Trident was raised by Melissa Barnum of Duval, Washington. Sassy splits her time between the Bay Area and Salem, Massachusetts, where she has a second residence. She works in healthcare and nonprofit management. She is also a professional musician. Her and Trident will come home to her 10-year-old retired guide, Ferdinand, and Georgia Peach, the Pit, AKA the Pibble. Come on up. Sassy, here's a mic. And hold it nice and close.
Any words, Trident? Trident always has something to say about everything. I asked for a high initiative, confident, fearless rocket scientist, comedian. I got it. When he first met me, he walked up in his harness, all proud and with some swagger, and stepped on my toe and put his head in my lap. And that's his trademark thing. With his front paws, he communicates how he feels about everything, and I love it because there's always part of the dog touching me. And that was the other thing I asked for, was a dog that just felt that his person was his entire world. And yes, I prefer the boys, but said I would be open to anything. But the person is their whole world. And for Trident, when he's in harness, he wants nothing more than to be my North Star and to get me. I said I wouldn't cry. I said I wouldn't cry. I have done this 5 times. I am a 5th-time guide dog handler, and yet it gets me every time. If someone has a cure to that, please let me know. Thanks. But that's all he wants when he is in harness, is to be my North Star, to be everything that I need. And he wants to figure out everything that I need without me having to spell it out for him. He just wants to know everything and handle it for me, with me, beside me. And at this time in my life, that's just perfect. And I've handled and seen a lot of guides in my time, and I'm telling you, this one's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's that good. He's a legend, and he's not in the making. He just is a legend. And he knows it. He is just an extraordinary being, and I'm so humbled and lucky to be his person. Because every day I'm next to this dog, I learn things about kindness, about not judging and forgiveness, about unconditional love, about the best things that this earth at this time has to offer us as humans, as creatures, as all beings. And this dog just embodies it. And I get to be there to witness it and learn from it. And I'm so, so lucky. And I want to thank, kind of similar to Lori, but Guide Dogs for the Blind has been a partner to me since I was a bratty little teenager. 5 dogs later, they kind of, for some reason that I don't get, still like me. And still give me dogs, which I love. And this is my family. This is my home. This organization has watched me grow, has been by my side through a dog, through a hand, through a friendship, through advice, through guidance, through care, through support, and so many things I can't even list. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, GDP, and everyone who works here, volunteers here, makes this my family. Thank you so much for this dog, for this time, and for believing in our partnership and in the independence and freedom of blind people all over the place, all over the globe. I don't want to say all over North America because your influence and your reach and your care extends internationally. Special thanks to our instructors and our class supervisor. And I will keep this short and sweet, I promise. But in November, when I got the call that they had the right match for me after a year of waiting on my application, I was in a hospital bed fighting my 6th round of cancer after a 10-hour surgery. And still could barely just even feed myself. My aunt, who's sitting here, was feeding me at the time. And GDB called me and said, "We have your dog." And I'm like, uh-oh. How do I get out of this bed and get healthy fast enough to get to that dog? And I just had this feeling, I'm not letting this dog go. My loved ones here can tell you, and watching virtually can tell you, I fought, and they fought alongside me so hard through the next few months to get me healthy enough to be here to do this. I was not going to give this chance and this dog away to cancer. No, can't have that. And I just had a feeling if I waited for another match, this was my match. This was my dog. I just knew it. Something in me just knew it. And on social media, I called him Rock Dog. Turns out she took him to Fun Day and dressed him as an 80s rocker, so I wasn't too far off. But I didn't know it at the time. But I fought, and then at the end of the year, I wound up in ICU. And I was there in the beginning of January, and now, somehow, through the support of my family on both coasts and all the way in between, my loved ones, my friends, an amazing community, just sheer effort, and a steady knowledge that this was my dog, and I wasn't going to give that away to anything. I'm here, and I'm graduating with this dog, my 5th guide dog, and I'm back out in the world, and you better watch out because Team Trident's got this. His name is Trident. I mean, you could say that's a weapon, but to me, it's just, there is nothing that can stand in our way. We got this. He can get through anything. And I'll be right by his side following him and listening to him because he's boss dog and he argues with me. And when he's right, he's right. And I'm usually wrong. And I'm okay with that. And then I will just close by saying to my classmates, you learned over the past 2 weeks the most important lesson that my big mouth could never teach you, which is follow your dog. Trust your dog, as they say. When you're hesitating, trust your dog and trust yourself and trust that Guide Dogs has your back and that I will always be open to you as a friend, as a fellow classmate, and as someone who's been around the block a time or 5. And welcome to the GDB family, you newbies. We're so lucky to have you. Thank you to the Charleston Family Trust for the support of this class. And thank you to the Lillian for the harness. That harness is the magic that connects us. And I will close by saying 2 things. Okay. This is kind of probably a not often heard opinion, but I am so lucky at this moment to be blind because I get to partner this dog. And I get to do what few human beings get to do on this planet, which is trust my life to this creature. And I have no doubt that he will love me, keep me safe, and get me where I need to go in my life. And I have absolute faith in that because the word forward means so much to him and to me. And he is a fearless rocket scientist, and I trust him. And I trust him because Melissa put her heart and soul into preparing this dog to do this job. And from the bottom of my heart, from my family and from me, thank you for preparing this dog for me. I can't thank you enough.
Now you're making me cry.
Thank you so much to everybody who helped this class and to help make this partnership happen. We'll be here. That's right. Shake it off. We'll be here. We're here for the long haul. Watch out. World Team Trident's got this.
Okay, I have to have this written down because I can't go off the cuff like that. I was fortunate to be Trident's puppy raiser and spend an entire year with him. He arrived on the August 2021 puppy truck along with 4 of his litter mates. He was a cuddly puppy from the beginning and loves to be petted and never meets a stranger. Trident was a happy and handsome puppy. Look at him. Everywhere we went together, the public would always comment on how handsome he was, and we're always wanting to know what breeder he came from and how did they get a dog like him. Trident was a quick learner and loved food reward. He excelled at learning all of his commands. He loved his toys. I don't know how many times I found him head first in the toy basket, rooting around, trying to find just the right toy. He would find just the right one. He would proudly take it over, chew it for a few minutes, and then go get another one. This would go on until the basket was empty. He'd have a couple dozen toys all over the house. As soon as I picked them all up, he'd start all over again. Trident's favorite position for lounging or sleeping was on his back with his feet up in the air. And according to Sassy, he still does that. I have hundreds of photos of him upside down. We went on many adventures together. Some fun adventures in spite of COVID-19. We're headed to Prosser, Washington for Hot Air Balloon Festival, visiting pumpkin patches, a road trip with friends to visit friends in Arizona, smelling the tulip fields in the Skagit Valley, walking in a community parade, attending Fun Day on both campuses, and even watching a polo practice. He's an excellent traveler, extremely easy to take anywhere. He loved wearing costumes, so Halloween was great for him. And as Sassy said, at Fun Day, the theme was Bark to the Future, and he was dressed up as a rocker dude. He had a long mullet, some neon leg warmers. He was wonderful. He wore the wig all day long. It takes a village to get these puppies back to training, and my puppy club was that village. Trident was always up for the next challenge and eager to learn new things. I know Trident and Sassy will have many wonderful adventures together. I can't wait to hear about them. Bon voyage, buddy.
Congratulations again, Sassy and Trident. Up next, we have Pamela Purse of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, who received Wave, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Wave was raised by Joan Elliott of Goodyear, Arizona. This is Pam's first guide dog, so 3 kids will be excited to meet Wave when she returns home. Pam looks forward to bringing Wave to her walks along the Mississippi River and will spend their free time gardening together. Here you go, Pam.
Thank you. There's nothing I can say that hasn't already been said. Lori's right. The staff here is fantastic. I never dreamed there was so much love in the world as what exists here at this campus. Everybody was supportive and just wanted me to succeed, and I feel like we've succeeded. I tried to get ahead of her last week, and I stepped off a curb, and she was rock solid. She wouldn't let me go, and there was a car coming right around the corner, so she's got it, and I'm very, very, very lucky. I don't know what else to say. I just never thought this would happen. When I came here on the plane, I was sure I would never give up my white stick, and I haven't seen my white stick in a week and a half. So, I mean, it's just, I trust her, and I thank Kate and Emily and everybody for helping me get to where I am today. And I thank you, Joan, for putting all the love into this puppy. And, I mean, the nurses, the aides, it's just everybody here is fantastic. I also feel very fortunate being blind right now because I feel so loved. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Joan, and I am from Goodyear, Arizona. Getting Wave as a puppy was always special. As she was little, we called her Tidal Wave because she had quite a bit of attitude and didn't want to listen. But it's a good thing she's grown out of that, and I am just so excited that she's been matched up with Pam. Pam's a first-time guide dog user, and I think that this is just the perfect match. I've been around guide dogs raising puppies since 1984. This all started with my son who wanted to raise a puppy in 4-H. And he raised a puppy, and we called her the dog from hell. However, after 2 heat cycles, she became the most perfect golden retriever I've ever seen. She did go on to graduate, so you never know what they're going to do between the time we get them and the time they go back. So we were very fortunate because being first-time puppy raisers, we had no idea what guide dogs was all about, other than we saw them walking people and, leading people in their lives. But we found out what the true mission was, that this was to make somebody's life better. And even though we give them up at the end of the time, we know that they've been raised for a purpose. They may go on to be guides like Wave. However, they could also be dogs for diabetic dogs. And we have one that graduated and went on to go to Sam Simon Foundation for a veteran. There's so much good in these dogs that there's a purpose for every single one of them. The ones that even are career change, they have a purpose also. They become somebody's wonderful pet. And I've had a few of those, but there's a purpose for them. They go on to make somebody's life better. I am so appreciative of being associated with guide dogs. I've seen a lot of changes over the years, but it's always for the best. They always have the best intentions for not only the dogs, but the partners, the clients. And I know that they put all the time and effort they can into these dogs. You don't give them back and expect them to graduate in 8 weeks, because every dog is different. Every dog takes a little bit longer, or they may have it right off the bat and they go on in 8 weeks they're graduated. But that's not every dog. I was talking to Emily earlier that she's like, this is why we kept Wave out a little bit longer. This is what we worked on to make sure that she could be that guide, because she's special. She has the guide work in her blood, and she's going to make a guide. So they made the effort to put that effort into her and to work harder for her so that she could be matched with Pam. When I talked to Pam on the phone the other night, I was so excited to hear that this is her first guide, and she's taking a leap of faith in this dog. But these dogs are made to make that change for these people, give them independence, let her go where she wants to go and not be shut up in an apartment for, she said, a year or so, because she was afraid to go out once she lost her vision. This is going to let her have a life, and she's going to be able to enjoy that life and have a companion that she can snuggle with at night. Because Wave is a great cuddler. She gives lots of kisses. Yeah, see, right on command. So I'm so excited and so glad to be here at this graduation presenting Wave to Pam. And I wish them all the best in the world and good adventures. And I just love you. Thank you for taking care of her.
Thank you, Joan. Oh, thank you so much. You got the best puppy for me. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
Congratulations again, Pam and Wave, on your partnership. Next up, we have Danielle Vergara of Chula Vista, California, who received Vanna, a female black Labrador retriever. Vanna was raised by Kelsey Nicholson of Petaluma, California, and Sarah Newman of Davis, California. Danielle is a pianist, a student at Southwestern College as well. Her and Vanna will be welcomed home by her 5-year-old German Shepherd, Maya. She looks forward to shopping and showing Vanna her favorite bubble tea spot when they return home. Okay, Danielle, I'm handing you the mic. You keep it nice and high.
Like this?
Beautiful.
Okay. Hello. I'm not good at public speaking. So I want to thank GDB for answering questions I had on admissions and everything from working with Vanna, because I had a lot of questions working with Vanna. And it's been such a wonderful experience to be able to work with a dog and have the dog around me 24/7, and just the amount of trust I put in a dog is a lot. And I don't think I've ever felt so many mixed emotions ever. When I met her, she was just this lovely ball of energy that I really could kind of, I could tell she was ready to go. She was always ready in the morning, tail wagging, and every time she saw the harness, she's like, "Oh, let's go," and was ready to put her head through. And she's been showing me all different sides of her from her sassy side to her snuggly side, and how much she likes to sleep. It's been great, and I want to thank Kate for everything that she's taught me in working with Vanna, because without her, I don't think it would have been possible for me to really understand how to work a guide dog. Vanna, stop. I also want to thank the puppy raisers, Kelsey and Sarah, who have done such a wonderful job in raising Vanna. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you and watching Vanna just go crazy when she saw you guys. And I know that GDB support will never end, and even after graduation, I still have them for support if I need it. So it's wonderful to get to really know this organization within the past 2 weeks. So thank you, everyone, including all the instructors, all the staff here. It's been such a wonderful experience, and I plan on being back, so don't expect to get rid of me that easily.
I'm Kelsey, and I was Vanna's, one of Vanna's raisers. Sarah also raised Vanna during Vanna's first 6 weeks, and then got her own puppy, who's on campus right now in training. And but anyway, Vanna is just such a joy. It's like the best part is to be here right now and to get to meet Danielle and see Danielle and Vanna together. It's really what it's all about, and I'm so happy to be able to see them together and know that they're going to have such a exciting future together, like starting right now. And that's the best part. And Vanna's my first, I call her my first adult guide dog, or she's my third time's a charm, because I was also a 4-H raiser 40 years ago. And but those dogs were career changed. So she's my first graduate, and I'm very excited. Her mom, Thailand, is here, which is also very exciting. And Danielle's excited to meet Thailand and Sarah. And I'm from the Petaluma Club, and I so appreciate the wealth of knowledge and information and sharing that happens with the club. Our leaders, Michaela and Perry, are fantastic, and we have some very experienced raisers in that club who are like at 14 and 15 dogs they've raised. And so it's a great club to be in, and it's just been, I think it's made me a lifer for raising puppies. And yeah, and Vanna definitely, Danielle said it about like how excited she is. She sometimes was a little overexcited, so eager to learn, sometimes over-eager, but it's lovely to see her kind of grown up and settled in and ready to go. She's totally ready to go, and I knew that when I brought her back to campus, which made it a lot easier. So I'm so excited for them and the rest of their life.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I have been involved with guide dogs since I was in 4th grade. I have a retired breeder. I'm now in 15th grade. I had never raised a puppy, but with the push of the puppy raisers who raised my breeder, I decided to make the leap. I had never had a puppy in my house for multiple hours, so when I got Vanna and I had her for the first 3 weeks, it was also the first 3 weeks of school, so we went through a lot together. I wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of our puppy club in Petaluma. I know it said it was from Davis. I'm really from Novato, and I'm part of the Petaluma Puppy Club. I've moved to Davis because I'm in UC Davis now, and I firmly believe that Vanna helped me get in. I wrote an essay on her, so yeah, she was a joy to have those first 3 weeks. She showed her independence and her brilliance from the very start, and so proud how far she's made it, and meeting Danielle has been a pleasure. So looking forward to seeing how far they go together.
Congratulations to Danielle and Vanna. All right, I'll hand it over to Kate, and they will be doing a little dog training demo with a team. Yeah, here you go.
Thank you so much. Let's hear it one more time for all the teams. Woo! Alrighty. Cheers. Facing the other way, right over there. Here? Okay, I'm just gonna turn around. Oh yeah, no problem. I can move it. There you go. So we're going to be doing a little clicker demonstration and chair targeting demonstration. So during formal training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work via clicker training. It entails communicating to the dog using a click to let the dog know that the behavior they're doing is correct. The clicker makes communication much more consistent and timelier than praise or food alone. So once they hear the click, they know that they're getting food. This is Marissa and her guide dog, Jim. They're going to be demonstrating it for us. So we start off by pairing food with the sound of the click. And once the dog understands that the click means food, then we can pair the click with the desired behavior. So if you want to...
Yes. All righty. So we're going to start it off. Yes.
So as soon as he touches his nose to her hand, that is the hand target, and that's the behavior that we want. He's like, oh, I'm getting food. So the next thing that you would do is to transfer the hand target to the chair to give him something to target. To get the dog to find new targets, we use a method called back chaining. So we start at the end goal, which is the chair, and then slowly increasing the distance and the complexity of the skill. In this case, finding the chair from farther distances away. The more enthusiastic and accurate Jim is to find the bench tells Marissa that he's understanding the job and he knows what he's targeting. And by back chaining, we've simplified the otherwise complex task, making it enjoyable for both of them. So the next step is Marissa is going to pick up the handle and from a short distance have Jim work up to the chair, and they'll receive a jackpot reward of multiple kibbles. So he knows that is exactly what he's supposed to be finding. Yeah. So now they'll add a little bit of a distance, and then since he's actively anticipating and accurately working to the bench, we are going to name the request once he knows exactly what he's targeting. So this time she's going to add chair.
Find the chair. Find the chair. Find the chair. Yes.
All right. Good job.
I'm so excited. You almost wanted to knock over the poster.
Right. So the final goal for Jim is to work from a farther distance. So all the way from the door, returning to the chair.
Jim, find the chair. Find the chair. Good boy. Find the chair.
All right. Woo. All right. And then the final step is to give the target a purpose. So sitting in a chair, opening the door, something like that. And this can be applied to the client's home environments, like to find APS push buttons, doors, chairs, things like that. So, all right. Thank you so much, you guys. Woo-hoo. All righty. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. It's been an honor to be a part of this class and to work with all of you. It's been an amazing 2 weeks. If you are interested in volunteering, joining the staff, donating, or know anyone who would benefit from our services, please speak to any of the staff here today or visit guidedogs.com. For the folks who are here in person, we have some refreshments in the room off to the side. And then our gift shop is also open for anybody who is interested. For viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you soon. And congratulations to the teams. Thank you guys so much.